In this video, I want to share with you a site that I recently created called SkinSafe.au. Now, SkinSafe reached out to me and they're based in Australia, in Adelaide, and they were just setting up a new shop for essentially the industry of skincare. In Australia, I think, don't quote me on this, there's a hole in the ozone layer, so the sunlight really burns your skin and it creates a lot of problems. Specifically towards the skin, and hence this is the main business premise, is that they detect the skin cancer and they give you medical advice, etc. So that's a bit about the business. Okay, so anyways, this is the website SkinSafe. It was built off a template, but as always, I don't just use a template, I remix the template because that's the whole point of using a template, it's just to save time. But you can see they have a really nice branding, nice logo in my opinion, and they have this green color, this like dark green and yellow color as the accent. I don't know if this was done on purpose, but this kind of also represents like Australia, because in Australia the main color is green and gold, for those who are watching overseas. So here we have the hero section right here, which just says they're a skin cancer clinic, and straight away at the start the hero section is probably the most important section of a website. It is the most important section because that's when everyone lands on, especially if they're a new time visitor. So again, just advice, you just want to get straight to the point. You don't want to mess around. When someone lands on your website at the start, they should know exactly what the business is. So that they're a skin cancer clinic, and it even says we specialize in skin cancer detection and treatment. That's it. That's all you need to know. You're not just saying some random stuff. Sometimes it's also good to change your header for something like a unique value proposition, perhaps saying when's the last time you checked your skin, claim 50% off or something. That's also good in my expertise, but getting straight to the point is definitely what you want to do. Sometimes people put their value proposition or what they do in an about page, but why are you hiding that information? Put it straight in the hero section. So here there's even a supporting text, and then just two call to action buttons. One is book now, which actually opens up a pop-up with a third-party integration called HotDocs. I think that's a very, very popular third-party integration in Australia for all the doctors, etc. So that was implemented through custom code embed. And on the right-hand side, we have a supporting image, but of course, looking back at it now, this could be anything. This could be a GIF file, this could be a video, this could be a rotating image, but that's what I did. And at the top, you can see I'm a fan of like nav bars sticking at the top because that just creates a really good user experience. Although sometimes if you really want the user to focus on the website, what you could do is you can make the nav bar like move away as you scroll down, but when the user scrolls back up, it comes back to the top to the bottom, like I did for the website Visa 3i. But here you can see we have just 3 drop downs. And again, the person that I work with, Sam, I hope he doesn't mind me saying his name, he was like a designer himself, or he had the inspiration to be a designer where he cared about these small details, which made me really feel like he really cared about, the website. It's always great to work with someone who really cares about their website, because at the end of the day, if someone's just hiring you just to build a website just for the sake of ticking off their list, there's really no passion. So like he also, like we worked with each other. It was a collaboration. That's what I like, collaboration. But you can see at the top, it's not a crazy nav. It's just 3 items, just services, patient resources, and our company, which has about us and contact us. So even just selecting what to put in the nav bar is very important. What if we just put like 7 links at the top? It gets a bit confusing of where the user should click. So everything was kept in a drop down, which I think was a really good idea. Then on the left hand side, you can see there's a phone number and then book appointment. These are the main call to action for this business, for most service business, is to engage in their services. How do you do that? In this case, you need to book an appointment. Sometimes in other websites, it's a contact form or Calendly link, or they can just call you straight away, So there we go. And then below that, similar to the Whistler Street Tattoo website, I just wanted everything to be here. So there is the phone number, then there's the email. There's a reason why the email wasn't put here. It takes you to the contact page. I believe something to do with spam. But I'm sure there was a reason. Then we have the location. So this is a physical shop, physical address in Adelaide, South Australia. And here are the opening hours. So these are all listed in the hero section. So you can imagine if someone's coming in from like the UK, they land on this website. Well, firstly, it's .au, so they should know that it's Australia. But then they read, oh, this is in South Australia. Okay, then they can close the browser and find the skin cancer clinic in their location. So it's always good to put these details in. Sometimes this is hidden in the footer, sometimes it's hidden in the contact page, etc. Then below that, we just have straight away their main services. So, you know, I'm not going to list them, but there it is. Then we have About Us section, which you can click on the button to learn more about SkinSafe. Then we have a CTA section, again, prompting the user to book an appointment or to call them. And that's it. You know, at the end of the day, if you're looking for a skincare clinic, you know, they essentially, from my understanding, they offer the same services, you know. So say if you go to a mechanic, it's like the same services: fixing your car, fixing your motorbike, checking your green slip, etc. So that's it. But if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty, you can click into these services in depth. But, you know, in general, are you ready to go? Then below that, we have an Instagram plugin. This is done through ElfSite. This is a paid plugin because currently there's no native way to do this in Webflow to link Instagram API to automatically update. You can do a manual version through the CMS, but then you have to manually add it in. So this is a paid plugin. In this case, worked very well. And again, you know, this is good because this shows up in every single page above the footer. It essentially is the footer. And it just shows that, you know, there's something new every time. If someone refreshes the page, it'll be something new every time because it automatically updates. And on top of this, it's just generally just marketing, you know, putting your brand out there. Like for me, for example, I'm posting these videos. It's just to show that I'm active, you know. So there's a lot of, we're going into marketing anyways, but this was a good idea in my opinion. And then, you know, Instagram is very big, so, you know, you can go ahead and follow them, etc. And then below that is just a simple footer, simple statement right here, a newsletter. So a newsletter was set up here that links to their mailing platform. And again, I mentioned this many times, but emails are very important. You can easily drive a business through emails. You can do a lot through email/community. So that's what that is. And then we just have quick links, services, and contact us, as well as a disclaimer at the bottom. Let's fly through the pages. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of the services pages. We have this green banner. We have these images in this really like nice boutique shape. Again, when I did this website, they were on the process of building their first store. So I'm actually very curious to see what the store looks like, but I hope the store reflects the website or the branding and vice versa. You know what I mean? So for example, if this website was very square, very modern, it's kind of weird that you go to a store and it doesn't reflect that. So we're talking about branding now, you know, like these shape reminds me of like a boutique, you know, like those premium branding salon, etc. So that's important. Branding, making sure everything reflects. I said this in the past. Everything reflects your website, your business card, your logo, the way you talk, the way you send emails, the physical shop, yeah, etc. So here, this just talks about the specific services. And on the left-hand side, there's a sticky card saying ready to get started. So in case the user is interested in these services, they can just book appointment straight away, or they can visit the shop, or they can give them a call. Here, we just have a gallery section. And all this is obviously done in Webflow, so the client can actually add additional services should they wish in the future. Then we just have patient resources. So one, we have FAQs, which is done in a tab format like so. And this is all done through the CMS, so the client can easily add new questions. Then we have forums. So this in case you want to download like a document, you can do this. Again, built through the CMS, so the client can easily add new ones. And it's a good user experience. So the user can, you know, click onto these forms. And let's just say you visit the shop and then, you know, the owner or the skincare physician is like, hey, you need to take a look at this biopsy aftercare form. You can visit it on the website. So that way, you know, the user can just go here. They don't have to, you know, think about where they put the form. Like it's all here in a central location. The next page is fees. So this talks about the pricing of everything laid out like so. Then we have the free resources /blog /article, etc. So this has filters by categories, which again is all added through the CMS. And I've even added FinSuite filter, meaning there's a live search. So we can actually type in, for example, skin, and it's showing everything that has skin. If I just type in some random word, it's showing no results. So we have that built through the FinSuite plugin. All credit goes to FinSuite. And then, yeah, just have these blog posts, and then again, the footer. But let's go ahead and take a look at the blog post. It looks like this: name, date, short description, read article, which scrolls them down, and then they can read the actual content, which is a rich text element, so the user can, or the client can easily add additional content. We all know what a rich text is. Maybe I'll do a tutorial in the future, but text, images, videos, even custom codes such as Twitter embeds or YouTube video embeds, or Spotify embeds can all be done through the rich text easily, through the editor, through the CMS. Then we have share this post with all the buttons. Yeah, it's funny because Twitter rebranded to X. So, you know, maybe this is a side tangent, but whenever a company switches logo, especially if they're really, really big, like Twitter, like everyone had to change from that bird icon to this X icon just because of Elon Musk's one decision, etc. It's quite funny. Anyways, we have this, then we have the footer. Then finally, our company pages. We have About Us right here. You can meet the team. And then below that is like a why us, because you did click About Us, because you want more information. Then here we have Meet the Team, which you can expand and collapse the bio. And the user or the client can easily add additional team members. And it's one thing to notice is, you know, it depends on what you want. This specific client didn't want it, but you could also create a page for each of the clients. So in this case, it's like a collapsible bio. Sometimes you can actually click it and it's a pop-up. But other times you can actually like click it and it takes you to a dedicated page with a, you know, like a dedicated slug, let's just say /about us / you know, and then the team member's name. Usually this is done for SEO purposes. And again, this, you don't have to do it, but typically this is also done for like those websites who are more like blog oriented. So you can actually have a dedicated URL for each of the user. And it's also great, just while on this topic, is if you were to go down that route to have an individual page for each person, again, it's only if it's applicable for certain situations, you can actually just share that URL explaining what you do. So for example, Sam right here, if you want to know about him, you would have to go to the About Us page, scroll down and click this expand collapsible bio. But if he had his own URL, you can just send that to people and be like, hey, this is about me. But again, they didn't need this, but I'm just saying you could do that. Then we just have our mission followed by the CTAs. Then we finally have contact us, which looks like this. And again, we have all the information right here, and then a contact form at the very bottom, and first name, email, subject, phone, and message. And that is it. So that is essentially the website. This was a really fun project to work on. Again, I really like the client. His name was Sam. And I highly recommend this business. And yeah, I hope you guys found value in these videos. And if you found value, please check out my website, dereksu.com.au/value for even more value. I'll see you in the next video. Peace be with you. Peace.